Feet of snow, now rain and melting. Tonight on Alaska's News Source, weather creates a dangerous situation in the Juneau area as dozens of people have evacuated their homes.
Our first priority is life, safety, and helping the community, work its way through as a whole this event.
And avalanche risks are actively on the rise as heavy rain sweeps southeast, prompting evacuation advisories. We have team coverage on this first alert day. The news starts now.
You're watching Alaska's News Source.
We're well into the double digits on both sides of Mount Juneau. We had multiple avalanches in the White Pass. We had multiple avalanches on Barons Avenue, as well as multiple avalanches on what's called the Chop Gully side.
The danger in Juneau is not over. This is video of an avalanche from yesterday. Officials are still recommending evacuation for those in known avalanche slide paths. And a shelter is operating for anyone in that area that needs it. Tonight, the weather concern continues in southeast Alaska. We're watching Juneau as it sees melting and inches of rain, triggering avalanches after it saw more than 8 feet of snow come down since December 1st. The CBJ has an evacuation map. It shows areas in downtown Juneau that it's up to date as about 5 p.m. today. The CBJ says the risk may change with no warning. We have a link to that map in our live blog on our website. The CBJ acknowledged avalanches are not the only problem in Juneau right now.
We are fully aware that the avalanche problem is not the only hazard that we're seeing today. As this storm continues, we are monitoring again the vertical build infrastructure, snow loads on roofs, all of the implications that come along with snow removal on streets and drains and hydrants.
We are first alerting you to the impacts during a situation the National Weather Service is calling unprecedented.
The amount of snowpack that we are seeing on the ground at the airport, and then this massive warm-up that we're seeing really hasn't been seen in the climate records. The last time that we saw about this amount of snow was in February of 1965. And then going into March of that month, we didn't really see a big warm-up with rain.
It sounded like a loud rumble, like a jet flying over, like right over the top of your head.
Caught on camera, a man working to clear roofs in Juneau got video of an avalanche happening yesterday. He was downtown watching the snow release. It shows a glimpse into what Juneau is dealing with.
At first, I thought it was just an airplane. Like, I was trying to figure out why everybody was getting excited about an airplane. And I turned around when somebody screamed avalanche and just happened to whip my phone out in time to catch the remainder. It lasted about maybe 2.5 minutes.
We have team coverage tonight looking at the forecast as well as the shelter situation. We first go to meteorologist Bailey Braun.
Thank you, Michaela. Yeah, all across Southeast, we're seeing these really incredible impacts. This includes avalanches as well as this flooding with this warmer temperature as well as that snow melt. Now, as you look at this live camera right now, you can already see all the water on the roads. Yesterday, one lane of the road was completely covered in water, and you can already tell that that melting and that rainfall is already in progress. Now, another thing about this is that these temperatures are significantly warmer. They're sitting above freezing both in the overnight hours and for your high temperatures. Now, as we look ahead, that snow is still sticking to those higher elevation regions. However, that moderate to heavy rainfall is still ongoing all across the region. You'll notice it lingers all the way into Sunday, but it's not stopping. It's going to continue all the way into next week. Now, I do want to let you know right now, there is a secondary storm system that we're monitoring, and it will move in by Tuesday night. This is going to bring warmer temperatures and more of this heavy rainfall. So expect these impacts to last into next week. Now, with this avalanche and this flood risk, these are the two most dangerous things that we're monitoring for Juneau and Southeast in general. But again, that heavy rain is only going to continue as it falls on top of that deep snowpack. But be sure to know about your avalanches in your area. Know the evacuation areas. You can refer to the CBJ website for that map of those evacuation zones and the avalanche zone. Be sure that if you are located in an avalanche zone, you do evacuate. You need to be better safe than sorry. And of course, stay off those flooded roads. And as you know, everybody knows whenever you see flooded waters on the roads, you turn around, don't drown. But that rain accumulation is going to climb up to 1 to 3 inches into Sunday. So that rain is ongoing, and the heaviest amounts of this rain is going to be based in the southern portion of the Panhandle. So here's a look all across the state. I'll tell you about the south central and interior impacts coming up.
People who have evacuated their homes due to the weather impacts are using a Red Cross shelter in Juneau. Charlie Fellows joins us with the details on the situation.
Yeah, Michaela, 45 people spent last night at the Red Cross emergency shelter in town. The shelter trailer near Centennial Hall opened yesterday at noon and has room for up to 150 people. The Red Cross providing food, the majority of which a local restaurant is catering. Pets are also cared for and housed in a separate spot nearby. And with precipitation set to continue, the Red Cross anticipates the location being open for at least a couple more days.
The advisory for evacuation will be through tonight and then reevaluate tomorrow. I think we get a break. And then there might be another system coming through. So we're expecting to at least go through Monday at the earliest.
And the city's emergency warming shelter that was off of Thane Road has been moved since it was in a potential avalanche path. The city says it's temporarily in the gym at Glacier Valley Elementary School, which has been student-free all week.
There is no scenario where the warming shelter will continue to exist in a school once a school is in operation again. So it will be moving from Glacier Valley. If we can't move it back to Thane because of avalanche risk, then we will identify another non-school CPJ facility to operate that out of.
And the city's saying it will evaluate when that change in location can happen, but it's hoping to have a new location chosen at least by Monday. Michaela?
There's another option available for people evacuating with their pets. Juneau Animal Rescue is offering temporary free care for the first 10 days to people who had to leave their homes. Pets do need to have up-to-date vaccinations, which can be done on site for a fee.
We would strongly prefer that people bring whatever vaccination records they have. If they've worked with us in the past, they're probably in our system, but if they haven't, super helpful for us to have that. If we don't have it, then we probably have to double vaccinate, which isn't going to hurt your pet at all, but it is going to cost some additional funds.
They'll accept animals at their lobby or by appointment. Juneau Animal Rescue has closed for the evening, but opens again at 9:30 Monday morning. And we're following the situation in Southeast Alaska as it develops on our website and mobile app. We have the latest information in our live blog, including more details on the shelter situation and what officials had to say this morning about what's happening. And still ahead, Bailey Braun explains how that southeast storm impacts South Central. She lets us know how many inches of snow we should expect in South Central, including Anchorage, as the snow spans as far north as the interior. Plus, you may have seen your piled up trash in Fairbanks disappear before services started back up. We learn about how high schoolers may have been involved.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
As Fairbanks services were recovering from a weeks-long cold snap, a group of high school students lent a hand in an effort to clean up. Alex Bengal went down to Lathrop High School to learn what motivated them to get involved.
On Monday and Tuesday, the last days of their winter break, 6 students from Lathrop High School, 5 of them from the football team, helped collect piled trash in Fairbanks neighborhoods.
They ended up hauling 36,000 pounds of trash out of there and helping get the neighborhoods back on step, ready to function again this week.
Their coach having no problem finding volunteers.
Within a half hour putting the word out to our players and parents, I had 6 volunteers ready to go work with them.
It doesn't hurt just to take some time out of your way and help out the neighborhood or the city for a little bit.
Give me something to do, and I figured it was something nice since my trash was piled up at home, and I hate it, so I'm pretty sure everyone else hated it, so I figured I would help.
Over 2 days and several hours of work, the volunteers hit areas around the Riverview and Cowles neighborhoods, as well as downtown Fairbanks.
We talk on a regular basis about being good citizens and doing things to be helpful and good to everybody around us, and so this was a natural fit.
It's something to implanted us, just kind of just like making sure that we can help out too, even if we're busy. we can take some out of our time.
Community members finding their own way to return the favor.
We were just picking up trash and whatnot, and a guy came by, gave us food, and it was really nice of him.
Alex Bengal, Alaska's news source.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.